guys, my name is Nick Faruqi. I'm with the Xtreme Training Academy. I'd like to welcome you to our free online video series. If you've been following along with us on Facebook at Xtreme Training Academy, you'll have seen that we have a whole bunch of new bodies that have signed on for our studio and also have been contacted by people who are interested in getting their martial arts and self-defense training journey started, but not quite sure where to begin, and it might be a little bit intimidating. So I thought I'd make this quick video series to help take some of that intimidation factor away and give you guys something to work on at home while you're out of the gym. Also note that in May 2014, we're going to be offering a JKD Fundamentals course. This is a 6-week course, 1 day a week, so it's very easy to make. If you guys are interested in that particular course, make sure that you contact us at xtremetrainingacademy.com or also follow along on Facebook for more updates on it at Xtreme Training Academy, and Xtreme is spelled with an X, not with an E. We'll be going over the same stuff that you'll see in some of these videos along with a lot of other stuff, so it'll be a great course for you to join in on. In the meanwhile, let's get started and get on the mats. Alright guys, welcome to video number 1, and in this video we're going to be talking about, first and foremost, we have to pick a lead, and that simply refers to which hand or which leg you're going to have forward and which one you're going to have back. Now, in traditional boxing and a lot of traditional martial arts, you'll see that the lead, if you're right-handed, meaning you throw a ball with the right hand or you write with your right hand, the right hand goes back and the right hand, or the right leg also goes back. Because of the influence of fencing in JKD, we move to what's called a strong side lead. So if I'm right-handed, I will put my right leg and my right hand forward, all right? And you kind of have to understand which lead you are really comfortable with, and that's the biggest part, okay? Because our first video here, we're going to be talking about having a good base and a good structure. The two components to having a good base and a good structure are that it has to give you mobility and it has to give you stability. And if you don't have those things because you're uncomfortable, then you kind of miss out on the point. So find which one you're more coordinated with and more comfortable with. We'll be training on both sides at some point, but it's important to dedicate some time to one side and really get it down before you go to the other side. It's just going to confuse you. Okay, so I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put my right leg and my right hand forward and my left leg, left hand back, all right? So starting from the bottom up, okay, so if we can move down to our feet, let's take a look real quick. We want to be shoulder width apart with our feet and step 1 foot forward, okay? Kind of our athletic base. Next thing we do is we bend our knees. If you can see my knees here, we kind of bend. Our hips stay square, so they're faced forward. Our elbows come in to the side of our body to protect the floating rib and the lungs. And our hands will come almost to our eye line, and then our chin comes down just a little bit to be able to protect the jaw, okay? From this point, we're going to raise the rear heel, but we keep our front heel down. I'll give you guys a side view in just a second, okay? So shoulder width apart, take 1 step forward, bend your knees, keep your hips squared and pointed forward, bring the elbows in, bring the hands up to the face, drop the chin, and raise the rear heel. This particular position is called being loaded, okay? And if you can replace the word loaded for being prepared, it's the same thing. We want preparedness. Prepared to do what? We want to be able to offend, defend, counter-offend, and evade. You don't know which one you're going to have to do, so you have to be prepared to do all of those. So we have this loaded position, okay? Let me give you a side view of this. Again, I'm going to start with my feet shoulder width or so apart. I'm going to take 1 step forward. I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to make sure my hips are pointed forward. I'm going to raise my elbows to protect my rib cage. My hands come up to be able to protect my face. My chin comes down, and then the back heel goes up, okay? Now we want to make sure that we're not leaning forward and we're not leaning back. Our torso stays straight, Okay, so your chin, your navel area, and your groin are all kind of in one line. All right, so we're sitting right here. Let me give you guys the other view of this. Again, shoulder width apart, right leg forward, left heel up, knees bent, elbows come up and in to protect the rib cage, hands come up to protect the face, and the chin comes down. Okay, so this is our loaded position or prepared position. Weight distribution is about 50-50, okay? 50% on the front leg, 50% on the back leg. And a lot of people will tell you to do a 70-30 or a 60-40. It's too hard to tell when you're actually in the heat of battle. So we just know that we go 50-50, our hips are square, and I keep saying that for a reason, but we want to make sure that we're prepared. What you want to avoid is the traditional stances, which put us in one line, and maybe even drop the front hand, okay? You lose out on how mobile you can be. So this is going to be one of the stances that we talk about in our JKD Fundamentals course. I'm going to be giving you guys a bunch of different drills and pressure testing that stance so you guys can have a understanding of how it works, and also having confidence knowing that that position for you is appropriate. Having a good base, having a good foundation is just as important as anything else in the game. Actually, if not more important. It's kind of like going into a house that doesn't have a good foundation. Eventually, everything upline will collapse. If you want durability out of the home, you have to have a good foundation. And that's what this is, that loaded or prepared position. Feet shoulder width or so apart, one step forward, knees bend, back heel comes up, our hips are square, elbows come close to the body, hands come up to the face, chin drops down. So this becomes our ready position. Okay? And if I was left lead, it looks the same. Back to my right lead. I'll show you guys from the right side. That's with the right lead. That's with the left lead. I'll show you guys the other side. That's the right lead. And that's the left lead. So you can see my back heel is always up, and my hips are always pointed forward, and my hands are always up to be able to protect everything from my torso and up. Your turn to try. I'll see you guys on lesson number 2. All right, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video and got something to work on. If you guys are interested in that JKD Fundamentals course, make sure that you contact us through the website at xtremetrainingacademy.com or follow us along on Facebook at Xtreme Training Academy. In the meanwhile, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.